What's up guys, it's ZEALS, and today is the day that I said was coming. I made a video a couple weeks back about the biggest fears players will have these coming weeks when the balance patch finally hits us. Now, one thing I want to make super clear is that it's not even out yet. It's not out in Korea, it's not out in NA/EU. It is being tested on the PTR. So all of this stuff, the reason I'm not going to go over this class got buffed, nerfed, this thing changed, like for example Surge Engraving got nerfed. People are doing the math right now that it's about 20%, 24% overall DPS for Surge Blades, about 12%. How Lance Masters can now, Glaviers, they can do a counterattack in the red stance. Like all of this stuff that we talked about on stream, I'm not going to include in this video. It's not going to be one of those videos because none of this stuff is finalized. It's on the PTR. It's being tested. If you want them, I'll put them in the pinned comment or in the video description box of the official patch notes for the PTR, which once again are subject to change. So the thing that I want to get off my chest is that there is, as expected here, there's a lot of fear, man. Throughout the whole day, I've been streaming 12 hours and it's like the non-stop repeated questions about what do I do? Should I reroll? Should I quit? Should I, what's the best build now? So I want to walk you through what happens during balance patches in Lost Ark. This is not my first time, but it's y'all first time. And I understand. I've been through it just like you guys. I had my panic attacks as well. And every class back in September of 2021, all the classes that I played got nerfed. Igniter Source, Specialization got nerfed, War Dancers got nerfed, what else? Gunslinger got nerfed about 3.4, 3.7, whatever, it got nerfed. Do you guys remember the two classes that I just mentioned? War Dancers, Sorceresses, they were soon fine after the nerfs back in September. Not only that, they excelled and excelled. They scale just better and better, especially Igniter Sorceresses. That's why, once again, we're met with another nerf. And most of these nerfs, not all, we anticipated them. If I asked any of my Korean viewers on Twitch, what do you think is going to happen to Igniter Sorceresses or Surge Blades? Not a single person sat there saying, yeah, they're not going to get nerfed. Okay, we knew it was coming. That's why I made countless videos saying don't follow tier lists, don't follow the meta. Whatever is the king of the hill will be brought down, whatever is underperforming will be brought up, and there will be a new king. But what I'm trying to say is that everything is going to be viable. And once again, I'm not saying this because I'm trying to like make it calm down. I'm saying this because that it is what it is. This is how the game works. It happened in the past. It's not the first time, it's not the last time. And not only that, it's once again not even finalized. And it's not out in Korea just yet. And it's not even out for NA/EU. We don't even know when it's going to be out. We don't even know what is the next skin headed towards our servers. We don't even know about the events we're supposed to get with next week. We don't know jack crap. Okay? So, once again, your Surge Blade or whatever you're playing right now will be fine. Just like yesterday, it's the same thing. But of course, one day this will be finalized and it will hit us. And guess what? You will still be viable. It's not the end of the world. It's going to be okay. Now, if you want to chase the meta, then you can continue to, ignore me and keep chasing after the meta. And you'll see how much this will start costing you in terms of time, materials, and everything else. But I guarantee you, man, that these classes like Surge, they'll be fine. As a matter of fact, I feel like Surge is going to resurge back to being on top. Same with Sorceresses. All right, now, as I said before, no balance patches are perfect. They need testing. They need players' feedbacks. There will be some tweaks. And even the Korean players, we rate them at the end of the balance patch. We rate it as being successful or a miss, or things like that. But yeah, there will be some oddballs, odd changes that don't make much sense. And yeah, that's gonna happen, and hopefully we can catch those and fix those. So I just wanted to sit you guys down, and I want you guys to think logically. I just want you to just sit down, breathe a little bit, because I've been through it. I have got all my characters nerfed. back in September, and they excelled so well that they got nerfed again. And guess what? People are already coming up with ways to excel once again. Anyways, with that out of the way, right now I want to talk about, because I get a lot of these questions right now, stage 3 and 4. I want to talk to you guys about the stages of Lost Ark players during these balance cycles. So stage 1 is people read the notes, which once again I will link in the video description. You can use Google Translate and read them, or you could read my TLDR, the Google Doc. But anyways, people read the patch notes and they have like their opinion, what they thought was good, what they thought was bad, what they expected, and what they got in return. Basically, the emotions run through. Okay, logic is out the window. There are a lot of posts right now. There's a lot of drama in the Korean forums as well. I think the funniest one was when I think a sorceress that got nerfed, Igniter Source, went to the Blade forums and made a post saying, "Damn, I thought Source was OP this whole time. I thought we were the king till I saw the nerf till I saw the Surge Blade nerf." Oh my god. The Berserker forums, there's a lot of cussing, a lot of angry folks. And the Destroyer forum, for the first time, instead of just making grunting noises, for the first time, they put on their glasses, they put on their coats, lab coats, and they started making like grammatically correct sentences and titles and paragraphs, going back to theory crafting. Because Destroyers got buffed to the moon, okay? So there is a lot of emotions running around right now on the Korean forums, the Korean marketplace, in game. Like while I was raiding, people were complaining about nerfs or just memeing about it, joking about it. But that's stage 1, guys. But we're quickly, some classes are already entering to stage 2 and 3. But what happens next is that people settle down, okay? And once the patch is finalized, no amount of bitching or sending trucks to the headquarters with loudspeakers saying, demanding changes, none of that stuff is going to work, and people just accept it, or they decide to switch mains or move on or something like that. But when they do decide to stay, they put on the lab coat for stage 3. Some of the heroes of each classes, they start theory crafting. You know, those guys who go to work and they're not really working, they have like these Excel sheets, they're running simulations, so they come up with builds, best tripod skills and runes and stuff like that. So that is being crunched out right now for certain classes. They're already going to work. And then comes stage 4, which is what most of my viewers are curious about. They wait for some initial test results and they decide which path to take, whether they go for, like, for example, do they want to go first intention for ward answers, or are they gonna go esoteric? Okay, so they decide on their path based on the numbers and their playstyles and other factors, of course, like pay on gold, stuff like that, right? So stage 4 will happen, and then it's not over. What happens with this game is that stage 5 happens. People come up with even better builds. Okay, that's why I say never follow tier lists and, you know, metas, because it's gonna change once again. Like the findings for shock scrappers about 1.5 months ago, new build for destroyers, as well as Surge Blade, you know, a couple months ago, starting to pop off everywhere on YouTube, Twitch, Shorts, stuff like that. And I'm doing about 1 billion crits, doing Breshaza stage 2, yeah, the inside boss. So things like that, like people come up with new builds, new settings, and then the OP stuff happens, and guess what? That means stage 6, we gotta balance that again, rinse and repeat. This happens all the time, guys, okay? And at the end of the day, all the classes will be able to clear endgame. If they are not, band-aid fixes will happen. So don't worry is what I'm trying to say, guys. Because I'm seeing engraving prices change in Korea. It's always like this, man. It's so funny. Like when Surge Nerf got announced, people were abandoning ship, jumping to remaining energy. So remaining energy price skyrocketed, okay? But I bet you guys, for those that stay and play Surge, they're gonna find a new broken build, and they're gonna convince people to come back to Surge. This always happens, okay? Now, I also saw that in NA West and East, price of engravings have skyrocketed. First of all, it's already overpriced, but now it's even more overpriced because people panic. And I want you guys not to, you know, fall into that trap, dude. Like, it's not even finalized. And I see people changing their tripods, engravings. And then what if, you know, their old build is still is still the top dog. Let's just switch back. Just let this, let this just cook, man. When you put a batch of cookies in the oven, you don't freaking open every fucking 5 seconds, okay? Let it just bake. If you're not one of those that are theory crafting, if you're one of those that are just on the side waiting for the best build, just wait for it, guys. Just wait. The theory crafters, the people with the opinions, they're going to help, with the test servers. And when everything is finalized, okay? When the numbers are crunched and new builds are set and announced, then we can open the oven, get the cookies out, and enjoy whatever you want, right? Whether it's chocolate chips or raisin, whatever. But till then, man, there's nothing to really panic. And by the time this patch hits us, I bet you like the preliminary results will be out. And also, I just want to remind you guys that just because you're playing a spec, like let's just say Surge Blade, doesn't mean you're never going to change your accessories. You have to change your accessories anyways into Relic and later on into Ancient. So when the balance patch hits and you are not liking Surge because it's not the meta anymore, for example, then when you acquire Relic accessories, because you gotta go into Relic accessories anyways, you can switch to some other build that you want. And as I said previously, by then hopefully the builds have been ironed out. Anyways, I just wanted to let you guys know how this cycle works. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of your classes. It's not the end of your specs, okay? There will be, it's not even finished. It's not even implemented. And after it is finalized, there will be viable builds posted, okay? All right. See you guys in the next video. Peace.